Hello, I am Nicola Campbell, a current student at the University of Arizona Global Campus. I'm currently enrolled in the Doctor of Philosophy program with a concentration in higher education. I am a full-time instructor of an online pharmacy technician program. In the future, I foresee myself continuing to contribute to the field of pharmacy education, perhaps in more of an educational leadership role. This is in addition to facilitating an online undergraduate academic course at the community college level. This is a slide showing you a brief overview of what my portfolio looks like with the artifacts. This is the page where the artifacts are uploaded. It presents, it shows basically each document that has been uploaded to satisfy a particular program learning outcome. We will be going through each of these artifacts in detail and talking more about how they align or um, demonstrate mastery of a particular PLO. The first program learning outcome is to evaluate foundational and current theories and practices and issues and trends for designing and implementing educational strategies. The two artifacts that I have selected to demonstrate this PLO are 1 and 2 here, the current state of technology implementation and an evaluation of the impact of technology on higher education. Mastery of this PLO, the first artifact, was demonstrated through the evaluation of critical ethical issues and application of theory-based knowledge to the concern of society, in addition to the evaluation of ethical standards in practice and research. Mastery of the second PLO is demonstrated by evaluating the critical issues and how these impact contemporary education. Analysis of the forces that shaped education or shapes that should be education today is conducted. Additionally, there's the development and presentation of strategies that address the issues presented. We continue with a second page looking at program learning outcome 1, and this artifact is an analysis of socioeconomic concerns as they relate to higher education. The mastery was demonstrated by evaluating critical issues and how these impact contemporary education. An analysis of the forces that shape education today is conducted, and additionally, there's the development and presentation of strategies that address the issue presented. I have 5 minutes to do this, and I hope I don't go over. So, program learning outcome 2, to advocate convincingly for the leveraging of social and cultural diversity in offering education in organizations. This artifact that was selected is a research-based collaborative project, and it mastery was demonstrated by designing a collaborative research-based project to address the needs of an underrepresented group of learners. Program learning outcome 3, 2 artifacts that were selected were a technology integration proposal, and a policy plan project. Mastery of the PLO was demonstrated in the first artifact through the application of concepts and or theories of instructional design for the successful integration of technology into curricula. Strategies have been proposed for the application of instructional theories for the support of technology integration. In the second one, a policy plan project, mastery was also demonstrated by explaining the roles, relationships, and characteristics of education governance stakeholders. A comparison is made of the various governance structures that evaluate the influence that societal trends and technology may have on higher education. PLO 4, here we looked at, we proposed strategies for effective solutions to societal problems through evidence-based application of educational research. and I am trying to run along, so it's here we go. So the first artifact that was selected was developing a strategic plan. And the second one was issues facing educational institutions. Mastery of the PLO was demonstrated in both artifacts by conducting and applying psychological research to design educational strategies. There is advocacy for leveraging social and cultural diversity in institutions of higher education. PLO4 continues with two more artifacts here. Higher education and social policy and contemporary challenge of faculty in American higher education. The mastery of the first, or PLO, was demonstrated by evaluating the primary areas of influence in higher education and an examination of the milestones that help to shape contemporary higher education. In the second artifact, mastery was demonstrated by identifying and analyzing the economic and social societies on higher education and the identification and analysis of legislations that have impacted policies and practices in higher education. Okay, and I apologize for going over my time. We are now onto the fifth PLO, which is really to apply diverse methods of inquiry, discovery, evaluation, and original scholarship to educational research questions and practices. The two artifacts selected, first was ethical considerations in research, and the second was writing a literature review. Mastery of the first was demonstrated by the evaluation of research approaches and designs and the assessment of ethical considerations in conducting research. In the second, the mastery was demonstrated by applying literature search skills for identification of sources associated with the topic of interest and research questions. With one's topic of interest, I apologize, and research questions. Now, an area of interest for doctoral research. One's area of interest for doctoral research is transgender students in higher education, focusing on students attending a college or university in Jamaica. A possible research question will seek to answer the following question. What is the relationship between gender identity and support on academic success in Jamaican students? Thank you very much for your time. It was rushed. I hope I was clear in everything I said. And again, I apologize for going over that 3 minutes.